Healing crystals, skincare routines, knitting a sweater, fitting in jeans. With Katie and Sarah, no need to worry, you're on a lady journey.
Welcome everybody. Welcome to Lady Journey. We are welcoming an incredible, beautiful
journeyer,
a journeyer, a lady,
a comic, a baker,
podcaster. I mean, you are a myriad.
Honestly, I'm many things.
You're many things.
And no, I'm happy
you're
to
triple
be here.
threat.
You're quadruple.
Yeah. Watch out.
Comedian, woman. Lindsay Adams. Thank you so much for joining us, Lindsay. It's so awesome to have you.
Yeah,
thank you for having me. I'm excited to hang.
Now, Lindsay, what snacks do you like to bring to the movies?
Yes.
Snacks. I like to bring a variety of candy. So one of my go-tos for a movie is a baby bottle pop.
Ooh, little sucker. I haven't had one of those in ages. I love the powder though, right?
Yeah, they really stand up. They really hold up because it keeps you busy for a long time. It's like tactile. It like is helpful. I like it because it's like a multifaceted treat.
Yeah.
And I'm a toddler. So I like, if I'm gonna do just candy, I like to go with something like that. And then if I'm gonna like really like go out and I'm gonna get my popcorn seasonings, I usually get a large popcorn no matter what. Then cover it in butter. And then I bring popcorn seasonings and I get the box that you can get with it. And I empty half into the box and half into the bin, or like the initial thing, and then I season it differently. Ooh. And then I usually will do like a Nerds gummy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like,
so you like sour candies?
Yeah,
I like
chocolate. Tart. I like tart. I don't really chocolate. I will fuck with some Raisinets.
Oh my God. Don't even say that to me because I love Raisinets.
Raisinets are great. Yeah, that's a classic. But other than that, yeah, I don't really like the chocolate part of it. I don't know. I'm not like a huge chocolate candy person.
I love chocolate candy. I mean, that's for me, it's like the number one, like milk chocolate. But I just don't love like fruit flavored candies, I think. But I'm interested in yeah, I don't know what it is. But I'm interested in what exactly is it in these seasoning packets? Because I feel like I could get behind these.
I brought them on a podcast before. I'm like, really, they honestly should pay me because I have brought them on a podcast before and been like, they're just like these, I don't know, they sell them in like the microwave popcorn aisle. And the one I really like is ranch flavoring. Ooh, and you just sprinkle it on it. And then they have a kettle corn flavor, which is just like almost powderized.
That's my favorite.
I love kettle corn.
Kettle corn is the best.
Love kettle corn. I mean, obviously this doesn't give you the crunch that kettle corn has, but it does give you the salty sweet. And then like I get real excited when I mix the two of them and you get a little bit of sweet ranch.
Ooh.
That was a mix. People have been mixing the cheddar cheese popcorn with the caramel, and that surprised me how good that was. I thought you couldn't do that.
No, it's so good. In Chicago, I used to work right by Garrett's Popcorn, and that was like their thing, like the Chicago mix. And when I first had it, I was like, I can't even believe this is as good as it is. I think it's also a lot of the butter, like butter on butter. And then you're like, whatever this is, I'll eat it.
Caramel corn is such a delicacy to me. Like, I do love that. The texture of like the crunch of sugar with the savoriness of the butter and the sweet. It's something that's just so decadent. Like, I love it.
Yeah.
It is really good.
And I love the kind you get at like the gourmet kind, like from, Garrett's, or like at my hometown in Indianapolis, we have I think it's called Just Pop In, and they have like all the many different caramel corns, and it is
Ugh.
just it's such like a great, I think, like treat to give somebody, like a little hostess
Yeah,
gift or something, like show up with a little caramel corn. Naughty.
I
Oh, it's
know. I
amazing.
mean, popcorn is like a king snack.
Yes.
Truly.
For Christmas, the coveted Christmas stocking was the bin of popcorn with 3 dividers.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
And during my drinking years, I would put it next to my bed and just kind of come home from drinking, and then you would just kind of sleep while like just putting it.
that's incredible.
I love that as like a Russian roulette of like who knows what flavor I'm even putting into my mouth right now. It's part of the fun
All
of
of those
blackout
tin,
binge.
all of those like Harry, what is the, I don't know, Harry and something, all of like the gift
Oh,
basket
like the Harry and
tin.
Izzy. Or no, that's
Yeah.
is that it? Where
no,
it's like the fruit, they have the fruit boxes and they have all that other
Yeah.
stuff.
Like
Yeah.
all of that stuff I think is deeply underrated because it's not
Same.
like good, but it's great as a thing. And so
The
I think
variety
that
is
like,
what makes it good. Because you get like
yeah,
that tower and you're like, we have 3 truffles and we have like a meat stick. We have a thing of
Yeah.
cheese and crackers. Oh my God, it's just so
A
amazing.
pear.
and to have a basket to just like pick off of, like just like what am I getting today? Okay. It's the
Yes.
same thing. It's like we love getting like a beauty box, right? Like they
Yes.
do, like it's the same thing. It's
Something
literally
about
the same thing.
variety. It
Yeah.
draws me in.
Well,
Yeah.
you get introduced to snacks that maybe you would never think about doing. And that's what
Yes.
I enjoy. And I do, then it becomes a social thing because you're there with a friend. You're like, do you want help yourself to this basket? And then you're all like digging
Yeah.
in there.
Yes.
Somebody had a tweet about nachos that I liked about
Love it.
nachos are great because you just dig in there, you look around, you find a little bit about yourself. Like because the
That's
way you
so
treat
funny.
it, it's kind of like,
There's a
Yeah.
you're
beauty
all,
element. We
yeah,
have an amazing platter of nachos, Sarah, from the Cheesecake Factory, which we went to twice when we were in St. Louis.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
Was so you know what? It was actually surprising to me how good that platter of nachos was because the chips were really fresh and we were there at closing. We were there so late they were like considering to not seat us.
Oh
Yeah.
my God. Well,
Chips were fresh.
what kind of nacho cheese sauce though do you guys like? Because this is like a thing.
This is crucial.
Straight cheddar sprinklings. Like I don't like it when they ladle like a cheese whizzy kind of
No,
sauce. Like I want actual like cheddar cheese where it melts funky.
melted. Yeah.
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 Unless you're at some like a place that is like an actual authentic Mexican place and they do have that like queso fundido where
Yeah.
it's, like that type. I love
Exactly.
that. But
I
yeah,
want
like
like
the cheese whiz, it's always, even with like cheesesteaks, it's always freaked me out.
no, I hate it. I want like the base of a mac and cheese.
Ooh.
Mhm.
Like and then I want that drizzled. And then I want exactly what you said, cheddar cheese like toasted on top. So it's like a little
The
but it's
texture.
yeah, you gotta have the
Yeah, that
texture, but
melty texture.
it's gotta be like goopy cheese. Like if the sauce isn't goopy, there's not enough cheese in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, the nachos, like the really crucial thing is like the chips, like fresh chips
Mm.
at the Comedy Cellar where Sarah and I work frequently, as the listeners know. They have actually I cannot eat the nachos there anymore because I will eat the whole thing. Like I'm like, let's get it for the table. And then people are like, can I
Yeah.
have one? I'm like, actually, let me just like get it started. But the chips there are so good because they're deep fried and they have this incredible crunch and it's so savory, but you can only have like 3 before it just like puts you over the edge and you're like,
Right.
I feel sick, but then you're
Yeah.
going. And
Where you
I
hate
know.
yourself.
Yeah.
No, I love a good chip. I like the kind where you can kind of see the oil on it.
Ugh,
It
yes.
can get chewy. Well, you know what's surprising? I don't like Tostitos scoops.
I do not
And
like
Me
them.
either.
they were made as if we should be like, we figured it out. We got you a chip that holds the sauce, but you're like, it destroys my mouth. And then when you bite into it, it always like falls apart where I still feel like the triangle formation
You don't
where,
need that
you
much
know,
salsa. You don't need a
Yeah,
small cup of salsa. You just need a little bit.
it
Those
that
really
things
does
wasn't our
mess up the
issue.
ratio. The
Yeah.
ratio is like actually like damaging to
yeah.
the experience.
Yeah.
Tortillas, I can never have them because it's too salty. Like I actually really prefer like a much blander chip, but more oil.
Yeah,
Bland
the restaurant
but
Mm.
oily.
style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love restaurant style. I used to, when I was in college, I would just go to Mexican restaurants that had like free chips and salsa and then get like one taco. I would just
Ugh.
sit
I
there
yeah.
like a fucking
Well,
asshole.
I've I've seen what they do to make like a basket of toast or like tortilla chips. And in your mind you're thinking you're just having like a light snack
Yeah.
before your meal. But what you're really doing is that you're eating like 18 corn tortillas deep fried.
I
You're like,
know.
You really
that's
are.
psychotic. That's like 4,000 calories
Yeah.
in one thing. And you're like, yeah, by the time your meal comes, you're like, I can't eat anything. Like, I just had
You eat a platter
18
of
bags of tortillas.
enchiladas.
I know. It's like yeah, it's the whole bread thing too. You're eating like 4 hoagies and then like and then all of a sudden you're just like, yeah, I mean it's time for spaghetti and meatballs.
I have to say though, I love corn chips, and that's like a big. I'll get like the big bag from Trader Joe's. Like that's my at home snack where I just like end of the day need like a little something crunchy, little something salty. Like I'll just fill up a bowl with corn chips and just. I used to eat cereal all the time, and now in
I
the
love
economy
dry
I cannot.
cereal.
But
Dry cereal is the best.
I love like cinnamon toast crunch, like that was my or like granola. Those were my big ones. But now I'm just like on corn chips.
Well,
Corn chips
corn
rule.
chips, they trick because I'll do it with salsa, and then in my mind, I'm like, this is actually a healthy meal because
A
I'm
salad.
just
It's a
eating
salad.
vegetables.
Yeah, you're just eating sauce. You're not really eating. I mean, honestly, if you're using the scoops, you're probably just eating salsa.
Yeah.
But if but if
Like
you're
gazpacho. It's like a
yeah, exactly. Or it's like I'll eat like a container of guacamole and I'm like, well, it was just a little dip. And it's like you just ate 4 avocados.
yeah.
Like
It's so hard. It's so hard when you're snacking to like like I'll also I would really prefer to snack than like make a meal because
same.
it's so much easier and you're like, "Oh, I just had like a little thing." And then like dinner rolls around and you're like, "Oh, I'm not hungry at all. I'm not hungry now until like 11 p.m. when I then start snacking again."
Yeah, my
Yeah.
husband
For
like
the
gets
entire
on
day.
my case about I think it's also women are more like I think for some reason I think women do this more than men. Probably cuz our brains can handle more complex thoughts. But like
Absolutely.
cuz I think that like men are like 3 meals a day. This is how I eat. A meal. A meal. This is what a meal looks like. My mom made this for me, blah 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 blah. But like most of the women I talk to are snackers and like will munch throughout the day. And that's what like if you ask me what I ate during the day, it's like loose lunch meat, a bag of popcorn,
Yeah.
like a handful of almonds, olives, pickle, like, and it's like not purposeful, but it just like I'm like, I
You
don't
just,
know.
it's a journey.
Yeah,
a
exactly.
journey.
I'm like, I
Journey
just
through your
ate.
day
I
with
ate
snacks.
what I wanted to eat. I don't know. Sometimes I'll just have a spoonful of sour cream. Fuck you. Like,
I love that. It's like a little ice cream, a little I do that too
Just
though.
a
I'll be
tid.
like I'm just like going about my day with like a huge thing of like peanut butter, just like
Yeah.
nibbling it, like typing, nibbling it, but buying
totally.
plane tickets, like but that's one of the reasons that I had read. I did try intermittent fasting. My boyfriend does it, and I did try it like I tried it for like one day and I just had like an immediate psychotic break where I was like, don't
Yeah.
look at me. And I was like, maybe this isn't the right diet.
Yeah.
Different things
Say
for
that.
different people.
Different things. But and I know like some women have had success with it. And what I was reading was that the women that did have success, they were like, I just pushed through. I'm like, yeah, that's not me. I don't know. Maybe we're not like the same in our like mental capacity, but I can't like push through like being a nightmare to my loved ones. But they did say that like intermittent fasting for women can be bad because it can trigger like the like imbalances in the hormone, and it can actually like cause you to go into early menopause because you do need like for your hormonal health a more regular diet.
Yeah. I think women's bodies in general are like ironically despite what is marketed towards us, women's bodies in general don't handle diets well. Like it like literally like damages our bodies more than like my husband does keto. He seems fine. I don't fucking know, but I'm like I'm not doing keto. Like
Yeah, I think it's borderline cutting when you do stuff like that because you're just denying your I don't know, it's like you're
yeah.
trying to
It's
punish yourself and then you
yes.
end up overcompensating. Where like I was doing keto and then I would always break after the 1 week and then I'm like, well, now I'm just eating large amounts of meat and creams and then adding carbs and sugar at the end like an extreme amount because I'm binging on it. So I don't feel
Sure.
like it's beneficial that
Yeah.
way.
But it is, yeah, like I do think dieting and in like the like dieting mindset, it's like self-destructive. So it is like
Mhm.
cutting in a way where you're like, I'm not good enough and I'm gonna like whittle myself down to be like appropriate.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
Coming
self-hating in
from
a way,
that, like,
weird way.
It's
but
super weird.
it's so funny though, because I'm like thinking back to times that like, you have that time that you like stay over a night with a guy. And like, I have never been a person, I've never skipped breakfast in my entire life. I'm like, my eyes open, I'm like seeds. I need seeds
Yeah.
and I need raisins. I need like I cannot, but you like stay over the night with a guy for the first time and you wake up and like guys, especially on like weekends and stuff, like so many guys are like, oh, like, let's like hang out, have coffee. I have coffee on an empty stomach. I'm like, I'm sweating.
You're barfing.
That's
Shutting
so
down.
funny. I don't like breakfast. I
You're not a
like
breakfast person?
no,
Yeah.
I like breakfast foods, but I'm not like let's go get breakfast at 8 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I breakfast is my favorite meal of the day, and it's also the one meal that keeps me alive for the next day. You know what I mean? Where you're
Yeah.
like, well, at least there's breakfast tomorrow. I can eat my favorite cereal, and that'll keep
Yeah.
me one treat moving forward. Where like I don't get that with lunch or dinner.
I make a pretty elaborate coffee in the morning with like heavy cream and like
Yum.
collagen powder and like all types of goodies. And so that kind of holds me over for a while.
Yeah.
But I also eat bacon. I mean, I literally eat bacon throughout the day. Like
Yeah.
or for dinner, I'll be like, who wants bacon for dinner? And then I'm just like eating like
Little
6 pieces of
nibble.
bacon.
Yeah.
Like,
That's another one that adds up. You're like, well, I just had a little pack of bacon.
yeah, I'm
Why-
like, it's fine.
You're like, I eat a pig a day.
I'm just
Mhm.
eating like one pig a day. It's nothing. But I'm the type of person like I always have breakfast, but people really do. There's like a lot of hate for like the person that like forgets to have lunch. But I drink a lot of coffee, so I will just like plow through my day, and then I like open my eyes up at like 7 p.m. and I'm like, if I don't eat now, I will fight someone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But people, so I love like people like always make fun of that, but I'm like, I've never been the type of person to forget, like, yes, I'll forget lunch. I'm not going to forget to eat a bag of chips right before I go to bed. So
Yeah.
not like, I'm not just like,
I'm
oops, I'm not
okay.
eating. I'm just like plowing through the day. And then of course I'm like, you know, eating ice cream at night. Halo top. Just kidding. I can't stand that. What's your
I know it's so gross.
It's so
An
gross. Like,
abomination.
just eat yogurt then.
Yeah.
Eat
Just like,
yogurt with
or
like,
just
and
go
blend
get
it
like,
with berries.
just go get real ice cream. You'll get sick of it eventually.
Yeah. Well, I just think I'm like upset that Halo ice cream actually came into the conversation. When I've tried it and I was like, it doesn't hit the way that it's supposed to hit. It's a lie.
Like
It's a big
chemicals.
fucking lie.
It
Well,
tastes
Yeah.
it's a different thing. Like I think it has to be identified as a frozen dessert and not ice cream
yeah.
Yes.
because like you just can't sell it as ice cream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the texture is wrong. It just always tastes like chemicals to me.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Yeah.
ladies' favorite ice creams. I have to say, my favorite ice cream, I have two favorites. First, and I know this is so bougie to say this, but I love the Van Leeuwen Earl Grey. I love it. But my second favorite ice cream, which I have not had forever, and I love this ice cream too. I love to just eat it in the middle of the day, eat the entire pint. Haagen-Dazs green tea ice cream. Oh my God. Eat the
Pretty
entire
good.
pint and then like run an errand. You're like so jacked from the just like a slight
So
buzz
funny.
that carries for the next 48 hours.
Yeah. I'm like I like Ben and Jerry's. If I'm gonna do grocery store ice cream, I'm gonna do Ben and Jerry's and I'm probably gonna go with like something. I like mint cookie crunch or like which is classic. Americone Dream is pretty fucking good. And then I don't know if they still have it, but there's like a toffee or like a Heath crunch one.
Those are
And
good.
yeah, I like chunky. If I'm gonna have shit in my ice cream, I want like chunky ass shit.
Yeah.
Put a
Love
whole
Ben and
cookie.
Jerry because you feel like you're on like a dig. You're like, am I a paleontologist right now? Like
Exactly.
getting a little cone out.
It's so fun. And also it's like I do think we have some pretty good ice cream places. I mean, I like Jenny's. I think Jenny's is really good. Do you guys have Jenny's out there?
No.
Not familiar. I'm
Yeah.
thinking that's an LA place.
It's an LA place, but they've packaged it and they're shipping it out. Jenny's is good. They have fun flavors. And then Salt and Straw, they don't really do it. They're pretty West Coast and they don't really
I've
do
been
it.
there. I have been to
you?
Salt and Straw. I went there years ago and I did a Thanksgiving inspired flight of ice cream where we tried turkey, really good. Salt,
Yeah.
we tried salt ice cream. I loved all of the flavors. I was like, I could.
Interesting. They sometimes I get real mad at them because they like to experiment a little too far. And they're like, do you want some balsamic vinegar ice cream? And I'm like, no, please. Can you just like put chocolate and caramel in something normal? I don't
Yeah.
want balsamic vinegar. I don't want rosemary in my fucking ice cream.
Yeah, I dated a chef for a while, and I would always, when he would bake something, I would be like, "Can you not do that thing that you like? Can you just make a straight up lasagna? Like, I don't
Right.
need it fancy. Like, I just want something uh that like feeds your soul, comfort
Yeah.
food." Yeah,
Yeah.
but no, it gets upsetting. I've seen a lot of you'll see like like online like the new ice cream place and they'll do like a balsamic ice cream. Like Afira Eisenberg has a joke about like when you can always tell when you're at the adult ice cream place because kids are crying because they're eating like charcoal ice cream.
Yeah. I mean, if I'm getting ice cream, I'm just not getting that. You know what I mean? Like I could take a charcoal shot.
Yeah,
I
like
could go.
eat a salad. Eat a salad if you
Yeah.
like want salad flavors.
It's not like it's not exciting for me. It's not cool to me to be like, have you had this balsamic ice cream? It's like, I don't want it. No.
Not at
Take
that
your basil
price.
ice cream.
Yeah, at
Yeah.
that price point where like I could maybe do a Jelly Belly, You know how they have like Harry
Taste it, yeah.
Potter flavors where it's like barf or something, and you're like, I could try that,
Yeah.
but I don't want to do like a $9 cup of ice cream and it's just balsamic vinegar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tomato. Yeah. Tomato soup.
Well, I
Like,
have a
what?
friend out here. They have like Persian ice cream is a really big thing.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah, and people love it. Like it's like very, but it's like it's very like fragrant. Like I think it's like soap flavored in a lot of them, and everyone will
Yeah.
get mad at me and disagree with me. And I have a
Yeah, like
friend who like
rose.
Like they
yeah, like
spritzed it with perfume.
that's how it feels, or like orange essence, or like, and here's the thing, like that's classic. That's what it is supposed to be. But and you're not supposed to go in and get like cookies and cream. But I don't like I don't want lavender ice cream.
Oh my
I
Yeah.
just
God,
don't.
I love it. I want it.
Yeah, it seems like that would be up if you come out to LA, you should get Persian ice cream, because if you like that kind of thing, you'll love it. I just like think it's like eating milky soap.
Yeah.
I get that.
I
Sarah,
agree
what's
that
your
because that
favorite- Oh, sorry.
well, I was just gonna say like that has been a flavor base in the last few years is like perfumery kind of like cardamom. Like I do like cardamom because it's an Indian food, but when you bite into that actual seed or whatever that it is, that you're like, holy shit, I just drowned perfume right now.
Right.
Like,
You got to be
yeah,
careful with it.
yeah, just lightly in it. But I'm very basic when it comes to my ice cream flavors. Like I just like vanilla or like cookies and cream and maybe a pecan praline, but like a
Ooh.
salty sweet kind of thing, like a salted caramel, but that's the extent of it. I don't really go daring on my flavors.
Yeah, but I think it's okay to be basic with ice cream, you know. It's like there's only so many times that you're getting ice cream throughout the year that you're like just get vanilla. Just get vanilla.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's also, what's the purpose of ice cream? To make you feel good. So
Yeah.
like
You're not like
get
going
what
on
makes
kind of
you
like adventure of flavor.
exactly. So like get what makes you feel good.
Yeah.
Now, what are your best like around the house snacks? Like if you had to give like a top 5 like just snacks that you keep around the house.
Oh man. I definitely keep popcorn. I have microwave popcorn on deck always.
Love it.
Love microwave
Great snack.
popcorn. I like to keep like flavored nuts and almonds, and I really like cashews. And Trader Joe's has like
Chili
chili garlic. Yeah, or
Oh,
like chili lime or
yes.
chili garlic cashews that are super good. Snack wise, I'm really into making my own onion dip with sour cream and like the little
Ooh,
packet.
I
It
love
is so good.
When
Yeah.
I was a kid, it was like just for holidays.
Yeah.
And then I was like, you're an adult, and if you want onion dip every day, you can just make it. And
onion
so
Absolutely.
truffles. Oh my God, is there anything more decadent? I
no,
love
it's
that flavor.
so
combination.
delicious. So I'll do that, and then I dip like vegetables in it and then eat it with my fingers sometimes because,
You're an adult.
I'm an
Yeah.
adult and I can literally do whatever I want. I like loose lunch meat. I like salami. I feel like I always keep a little candy around
Mhm.
because I like to have a little hard candy every now and then. Those are like my basic go-tos. It's pretty boring. I have popsicles. I always have
Love
popsicles on
popsicles.
deck.
That's a great one. That's a great
Yeah.
one.
It's a
But
good
those
one when
are
you come home late.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like a thing I think you forget, like if you have a friend over and you're like, you want a popsicle? Like nobody thinks about that and it feels like you're the cool house with treats.
Yes. I love
Yes.
that. There's
And,
something
like-
about having a well-stocked, having well-stocked snacks that you just feel like, oh, I can get through the week.
Yeah.
It's aesthetically like pleasing. Like my husband and I have started buying the big, I mean, whatever, this is wasteful, shoot me in the face, but like we've been buying like multiple packs of diet soda of like the cans. And so we just stack them in our fridge, and it's like the
Yes.
most glorious feel. You just feel like you're at the cool kid's house.
I
Yeah.
have the same with the La Croix that I just stock the back of the fridge with it. And then it's so great, like just coming home. I really like to snack in front of the TV, like on a night off or like after shows, and having like I just have like the olive oil popcorn, and I'll have like one of the, like a pamplemousse. And it's just like, oh, I just feel like am I living in luxury?
Yes. And yes,
You're like
you
a
are.
lady in a commercial. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
a woman with her life together.
Yeah. Like in one of those Dove chocolate commercials. That's what you are.
Swear.
Yes.
Well, I mean,
Well, Sarah, you guys have the Liquid Death on deck, right?
We have those on deck. There are other options. Like there's this beverage company that I keep meaning to order drinks from called Curious Elixirs, and they do sober options, and they're really cool, like low sugar soda drinks. And I want to get those, but they're kind of pricey. And I have ordered them once, but because I live in New York with no doorman, it was a cat and mouse chase to get my packages that I was like, there's got to be a better way, and they don't ship through Amazon, so it's kind of frustrating. But
you guys
I
want
want
to get a PO box for the podcast and make people send you stuff.
Yeah, well, I definitely want to do that, because right now Liquid IV is like bullying us. They send us so much powder electrolytes that they just sent us
multiplier.
We can't keep up with them because nobody drinks that amount. That they sent us a whole bunch of them the other day, and Joe picked them up from the post office and then literally went outside and dumped them in the trash because we were like, we cannot keep up with it.
You can only have like one a day.
Right.
I do love those type of little things. Like I took those on my vacation, and they saved my life because I drink a lot of like coconut water every day. As Sarah knows, I talk about it constantly. I must have my coconut waters. But if I did not have those, like being out in the sun and like going around, and it would have ruined my vacation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The brand though, I did like a different organic like brand by a doctor. So I said,
do you guys drink Celsius? Are you on the Celsius train?
What's that?
Yeah, what's
Celsius? Oh my God, is this East Coast or is this West Coast? It's like this stupid, it's such a diet fad thing, but it actually tastes really good. It's like an energy drink, but it doesn't make you jittery, and it's supposed to like burn fat, which you know it doesn't, but like everybody, it's like such an LA girl thing now where everybody's got that. But then I also started getting these ghost energy drinks because they flavored them like Warheads and Sour Patch Kids and stuff, and they have like mushroom brains. They're invented by gym bros, and so like they have like, I guess, like good stuff in there, but it's just super. I wish I could go get the can and show you. It's like
I love the gym bro evolution where it's like frat guy, and now they're all just like business entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
And it's just like the entire self-help world is like guys that were into football that then they realized that they couldn't get a career, and now they're just like inventors. Like what a
beverages.
Yeah, exactly.
I actually have strong opinions about energy drinks.
Ooh. I never had them. I'm a big coffee person. I love coffee. I love tea.
Growing up in Texas, I feel like the people that were energy drinkers were like WT, white trash, rednecks.
Yeah.
Drinking it solely as if it's their water. Like I knew several that had kidney issues because they didn't put 2 to 2 together that you cannot drink like 3 energy drinks every day.
Wow.
I've never seen a classy person really drink a lot of energy drinks.
I agree with that.
For me, it's like the taste of them. Like I have had Red Bull like once or twice, and the smell of it always smelled to me like lipstick, like drugstore lipstick. And I was just like, I can't. I love coffee.
Bad. It's bad, but I will say these Ghost energy drinks, I am like desperate for them to sponsor me. No, they actually taste really good. They legit taste like the candy and like they have no sugar in them. I'm like honestly positive they're destroying my body from the inside out, but like they taste that's the thing, they don't taste like energy drinks.
Yeah.
They just taste like a fucking sweet soda. I bring them to my show on Saturday and make everybody taste them. And everyone is like, please stop. And I'm like, no, they're so good. I'm like, you guys, I'm not crazy. They're
You're a
so
brand
good.
ambassador.
I know.
Like,
I'm looking at the Celsius packaging, and looking at the packaging, I would try maybe the citrus flavor. That's probably the only one I would try, but I do like, they have I see a sparkling Fuji apple
It's
pear.
good.
that
So
sounds
I would
pretty
try
good to
that too,
me.
maybe. Yeah, like but I don't like fruit flavor for me has always been like kind of a no-no. Like I don't even really like fruit juice, and that's just like my own.
Mm.
I like orange juice, like fresh squeezed orange juice, maybe a grapefruit juice. I like grapefruit. I love like the Spindrift where they have like the little
Oh,
juice,
yeah.
So if it's close to that, I think I would be down with it. But yeah, like
it's similar. It's a little, it's not bad. Like, I don't know. Sometimes it just feels good to drink things and be like, I'm drinking a thing.
yes,
Yeah.
I get that totally. You know what drink I'm really into? I'm obsessed with what are these like tea bottles? They're like plastic bottles of like green jasmine tea. They have like no flavor and it kind of tastes like drinking soap. And it's like tea. It's like tea foo yum or something. Oh my god,
I think I know what you're talking about, but I can't like think of the name. I'll never remember the name.
Here it is. Ito N. I said tea foo yum.
Well,
I'm gonna edit that out.
Close.
Ito N. I love the jasmine green tea of Ito N. Like I will get it by the case. I love having it. I love having like a cold, like an iced tea, and they don't have any like flavor or anything, but they give you like a little like perk.
Yeah.
It's like jasmine flavor. It doesn't have like a big like bold flavor like lime and ginger like Spindrift, but I love them. I'm obsessed.
Interesting.
Yeah. I'm always fascinated with like beverage trends. Yeah. And it's weird how something moves to the forefront of something. Like I was remembering, did you guys ever go through a clearly Canadian phase in the 90s? And you're like, where is that brand now? That was the beverage for us in middle school.
I've seen it, but I also think it's an East Coast, North, like closer to Canada brand.
That's right. Okay. Oh my god, I remember. I just looked up the bottles. They're so iconic. That iconic blue bottle.
We thought they were healthy because it was a clear liquid.
Right.
It was like Pepsi
As you
Clear.
would.
Remember that one? That reminds me, clearly Canadian reminds me of like going to the house of a friend. I thought they were rich and their mother like drinking that and having that as, like their beverage. It was like a healthy wine cooler.
Yeah. Well, no, it's weird.
It was weird, but I'm like that. Like I've accepted that. I'm like, I like that I'm a Diet Coke girl. And that's my identity.
Yeah, I love Diet Coke. It's such a little treat. I love the flavor of it. I don't know what it is about it's like I like the taste of chemical. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a diet soda person. I've resisted. I've gone back and forth. I've done Zevia and that's fine. But I love a diet cherry 7-Up. I love a diet Sprite. I love a diet ginger ale. I love a diet orange soda.
Yes. Those are good. Like Diet Dr. Pepper is one of the few diet sodas that I feel like doesn't taste diety to me.
Well, my husband has a theory that there's a difference between diet and zero sugar.
Yes.
And
what's the theory?
I mean, it's just that they're different and zero sugar tastes better and diet doesn't. And I don't care to figure it out. I just am like,
Yeah.
fine, if we're buying if we're buying zero sugar, we're buying zero sugar. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's so good. Now, I want to get into, how did you get into baking? Because that's your show, right?
us
That
your
you
Yeah.
do on a monthly basis, correct?
Yeah, we're working on it getting monthly. The next one is the 29th of September. But yeah, I actually like I've been obsessed with baking since I was like a kid. So I've always just thought, I love a makeover, and
Yeah.
baking is like essentially a makeover, but with food that you eat after.
Yeah.
And it's just like fun and whimsical and makes people happy. And I got fired from my first office job, and I had just started baking. And then, like, I really kind of channeled at the same time I got fired from my first office job. I was maybe like a year into stand up. And I was just like, I need to do something that's just like fun,
Yeah.
that just makes me happy and makes other people happy. And so then I just started baking. And I also love the idea that like you could bake something and fuck it up
Yes.
and like just play with it.
Yeah.
And so then I started doing that, and then I started getting good at it to the point where like people were like, "Oh, can you make this cake?" And I'm like, "I don't know, can I?" And then I would, and then started selling like custom cakes and cookies and shit.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
'cause
fun.
baking takes a long time, I feel like, to get good because it's labor intensive,
Yeah.
I think,
And it's money
because you
intensive too.
it's yeah, and it's a science
Yeah.
because it's not like cooking you can throw in and play around, where you're like, if you get your ingredients off, the texture of it's going to be highly fucked up. Like if you mix baking soda instead of baking powder, that can be a heinous
Right.
moment.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You're
But
like, why
it
is
is
it like a
But there's
pudding?
it's trial and error. So it takes a while. You have to have a mom that let you use all of her stuff and not
Mhm.
be a bitch about it like my mom. You couldn't ruin her thing. So you had to have like a kitchen that allowed you to make messes all the time.
Yeah. My mom was like pretty cool. My mom is like not a good cook and not a good baker. And so, but she like liked the activity. And so we would make cookies every year and, all of that kind of stuff. And that was always the most fun. And then it was like those realizations where you're like, I could just do this whenever I want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, fuck." But it also was like, I wasn't trying to be good at it, I think, initially, like, when I started doing it in my adult life. I was just trying to, like, figure it out. And so then, it's like, if I could treat everything that way, then you, like, eventually
Absolutely.
it's just like, but it's because it's like at this point, I've made cake enough times that I understand like this is the correct cake texture. Here, like I have the notes in my brain where I'm like, don't do this because this will do this. Cookies, oh, don't overmix this part, but whatever. Like, and that's fun because then I can just throw things in
Yeah.
Yeah.
as long as I don't mess up the basic chemistry of it. And I also love looking at other like recipe sites and comparing them against each other, because like recipes are so like, you have to do this. You have to. And so like I love looking at recipes and being like, well, maybe you don't have to because this person did something fully fucking different, bitch. Like
Yeah. Well,
Love your
yeah, like,
rebel. You're like a rebel baker.
yeah.
well, it gets frustrating because a lot of the times you go based on like what you were told, thinking that's the way to go. Like I feel like for the longest time you were always told like you have to salt eggplant for a while before you cook it. But then you watch like Allison Roman, who I feel she's like, oh, I just completely skip this part, and there's really not like a huge flavor difference if you don't do that. So it
Yeah.
is fascinating when you're like, oh, that saves me 2 hours off of this
Yeah.
recipe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Just learning,
absolutely.
wayfinding. No,
Yeah.
Well, it's
let's-
also preference. Like
Yeah.
you realize that you can adjust things to your preference. And
Yeah.
then all of a sudden what's correct is what you like. And then that's just powerful.
Totally. You master the basics. What are your favorite
Yeah.
things to bake right now? Like what's in your mind for fall?
I've been making cookies so much for this next bake stuff show. I'm doing it's going to be sleepover themed, like
Ooh,
sleepover party
love it.
themed. And so I've been like working on this recipe for chocolate chip, potato chip, um
Oh.
marshmallow cookies.
Stop.
And they're like they're
God.
very good. They're
Oh,
very good because it's kind of like a junk food cookie.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I've tried making chip cookies. I do pretzels in a lot of things and I like that. And I really like a texturally salty sweet
Mm.
thing.
Love it.
But the chips are fun. And I will also say that I have tried to make, there was like a time in my life where I tried to use every single kind of junk food chip to make a cookie. And
Mm.
I thought I like nailed the nacho cheese white chocolate chip cookies, but
Interesting.
I tried using Doritos and everyone was like, these are bad. You have to accept it. And
Wow. That is brilliant. I mean,
You're
yeah.
like, it's an acquired taste. You're just
yeah,
living
I'm like, you know
through.
what, you guys, you don't understand that sometimes cheese and chocolate go together.
Wow. No, I don't know that I would like that cookie, but I respect the pairing.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean it's fun and it's way more fun. I like junk foodie type stuff. To me that's more fun than being like, what if I put rosemary? I'm like, I don't want to put rosemary in this. I just
Yeah.
want to make it fun.
Yeah. You're like, I want to make a Twinkie based pie crust or
Yeah.
yeah.
Like I've
That
made
is
a
definitely
Ritz
more fun.
cracker pie crust.
Oh, I
Those
did
are
And
good.
I did one for chocolate mousse pie, and it was the sweet and savory, like you were saying. I love that. Little salty, so
great.
flaky, so buttery.
Yeah.
Yum.
You just substitute whatever you want for everything in basic recipes, and then all of a sudden they're really good. And then you can just adapt like certain techniques. Like I learned from whatever that milk bitch is. What's her name?
Oh, I love her, but I know who you're like, I like all of
Yeah.
her dessert options that she's
Yeah.
created.
So one of the things that she suggests and that she does is
Is it
when you're
Christina
making
Tossi? Christina
yes.
Tossi.
When she makes her cookies, she whips the butter and sugar for 10 minutes. I think it's something like that. It's like a long period of time. And until like
Mm.
it gets, and so it's like you can see what that looks like in a recipe that you've already used and be like, oh, this technique is fun. Like, I don't
Yeah.
fucking know. It's stupid.
Yeah.
You just try stuff.
Well, I had fun. Pinterest and all that. It came around of like, if you add one extra egg or more
Yeah.
oil to your cake mix, it makes it taste more like a professional bakery.
Yeah.
Or if you don't have cookie mix, you can take a cake mix and add more elements to it, and it will give you the consistency of a cookie. And I did that with a lemon cake mix once where I made lemon cookies, and that was super fascinating.
That's exciting.
It's cool. It's
That's really
fun.
exciting. It feels like you're solving a mystery or something. You're like unlocking, like one of
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like MacGyver.
the movies. Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
it's like a cheat code. You feel like
Yeah.
you're like getting something different.
Yeah.
I always like to I'll do like a box cake, easy, right? But then for the frosting, I'll do like a buttercream. And it's such a hack and no one can tell. It's like just do an easy buttercream with your hand mixer and you put it on and it elevates the cake on such another planet. People are like blown away. I mean, it's like a restaurant cake.
Yeah, it's like, and it's interesting when you learn it that also like the ingredients that like are used are so important and like the quality and how that affects taste because I was never a cake person. I hated grocery store cake. I was an ice cream cake
Yeah.
person. Hated it. And now I know what's missing from why it tastes bad.
Yeah.
And that is helpful because like they don't they don't use butter in their frosting.
Yes,
They
it's
use
all
Crisco.
I was gonna
Yep.
say, I hate it. I hate whipped cream frosting
Yeah.
because it tastes like nothing.
It's literally just Crisco and sugar, and they
Yeah.
might put like butter flavoring in it, but it's bad and it's too
It's
sweet.
bad.
It's the
Wow.
amount of sugar you put in, and then for the cake itself, it's like they don't want to put a bunch of good eggs in it. They're not trying to use buttermilk because this is like a fucking, mass produced bakery.
Yeah.
So like why would they do that? Whereas like you go to another place and like if they've got quality ingredients. That's why I'm like such a fucking dumb bitch about it, because I want them to use like if I go to a bakery, I'm like, what does your croissant look like?
Yeah.
It looks soggy to me.
Yeah.
You're not trustworthy.
No, because
So
it
good,
is
though.
like it is when you find out like a place like that, you're like, I just spent a shit ton of money and you're using this.
Yes.
Yeah, fuck
Just
off.
like a sheet cake, it depending where you get it. I mean, like let's start at like Whole Foods. You're getting a sheet cake, it's gonna be $100. And then you taste it and you're like, it would have been probably less than 20 to make it yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it would have
They're
been
using
so much better.
organic Crisco.
Yeah.
Like they're
Yeah,
not
instead of-
doing anything different.
Yeah.
It's
Now
weird.
out of your bakery tools, what are your top 5 favorite?
Ooh.
Oh, good one. Good one.
This is a great question. So I do have an airbrush set for
For
cakes.
design?
Yeah, for
Oh my
designs.
god.
I
Love
don't
it.
quite I still don't really know how to use it properly, but when I do, it's really fun. And I just love like bougie shit. Like I have gold leaf
Ooh,
that I bought.
yes. Oh my
And
god.
so, like, putting gold leaf on things or putting like edible glitter. I like anything that's edible that doesn't look like it should be edible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
those are
love
like my
it.
favorite tools to like, or decorations, I guess. Maybe they're not tools.
Gold leaf that just elevates anything. Like, oh my gosh. Out of the way, queen coming through.
I know. And it's like, it's hard because if you put too much on, it looks trashy. And like, I always
Like the
want
Trump
to
Tower.
Yeah.
it becomes clear that you just love gold leaf. And so you have to like have restraint, but I just think it's fucking fun. You could just like weird colors. That's so fun.
I always thought that I loved Goldschlager for that reason. I remember like, when you're in your early 20s, like, I'm gonna get that. And then you taste it, and you're like, oh, this is absolutely heinous. And it doesn't
Yeah.
like it seems like it would taste like champagne or something
Right.
with the gold leaf in it. And it's a complete it tastes like fire water, literally.
Yeah. Fire water is a great way to describe Goldschlager.
Yeah.
But yeah, like that gold leaf is just so fun.
I know.
Are there things like, you know how I feel like when you go to the grocery store and you want to make a cake, let's say out of a box, but they don't have good design elements there. Like I actually miss the old school happy birthday that you would get in a packet.
Yeah, seriously.
Those little sugar
Yeah.
things.
Yes.
But I feel like they don't sell cool cake decorations at the grocery store. Where do you go get your cool cake decorations? Is there a brand on Amazon or like a bakery place that you like going to that has like these neat things that will make a dessert look cool if you brought it to a house, like a party or a get together?
Yeah. No, I've like searched. So Amazon, unfortunately, like Daddy Bezos is really like killing it in that sense because like
Yeah.
really anything you can get at a specialty bakery shop, you can get, or like a restaurant supply store, you can get from Amazon. So there is a place out here called Surfa's, and they have like kitchen supplies, like gourmet chocolate and like
Yeah.
flavorings and stuff like that. And so that and like decorations and like plating options. And so I'll do that or Michael's. Michael's is fucking
Michael's.
stacked.
Yeah.
stacked with decorations. But I would say I get everything on Amazon. I just like anything you can think of that you want as a decoration. I just Google it. And then
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, this exists. Also, Etsy. If you want people to, Etsy has a lot of bakers who do like sugar art.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
So
Etsy's
they
so
sell
like,
that.
you also can feel so good about buying from there.
Yeah. They have a lot of really unique things that then ultimately like you can like put on like I've Googled like a dinosaur head
Ooh,
and
love
then or a dinosaur head mold, but I also have had to get creative before if I don't have the means. Like I
Yeah.
definitely I made a friend's cake that for a tropical themed party and I didn't have the time to get the supplies that I needed, and so I just cut out a stencil of a leaf and then just like
Ah,
dusted stuff
Yeah.
over it.
gold leaf.
So I was like, okay. Yeah.
I
Okay,
love
this looks
that.
good. Yeah.
Yes. I love like that challenge of doing something in a pinch and being like, who has time to run all the way out to the store or order something? Like I just made it happen. It's like that's what crafting. That's the
Yeah.
magic of crafting.
Yeah.
Well, what's funny about that kind of thing too is I was like, I have no time. And then it's like I spend 4 hours cutting out a leaf. Like I have no time. And then it's literally me on the couch, just like,
Or just like looking at hours of YouTube videos for inspiration, and you're like, I
a
could have just gone to the
hundred
store.
percent,
Yeah.
Ah,
100%.
I love that. Well, where can people do you have Instagram or where can people find more about your
Yeah.
fabulous creations in life and comedy?
I post all my stuff on my personal Instagram, which is at Lindsay Adams is popular. And that is where I'll post like anytime I make something, I post it and I have it like saved and all of that fun stuff. Um, and then my Twitter is at Lindsay's face and my TikTok, which is almost, I mean, everybody wants it to be strictly cat content, is at Lindsay Adams is popular, but I'm not popular. My cat is popular.
They're like, can we just see the cat?
Every time I post something that's not cat stuff, people are like, "Hey sis, where's your cat?" And I'm like, I have to like live my life.
Wow,
Yeah.
pigeonholed by your cat.
Really
Now,
pigeonholed by my cat.
do you have a YouTube that you do your bake show? Do you Twitch it? What do you do?
So I used to do Twitch. So I do have a Twitch, but I have I made and during the pandemic I made a bunch of YouTube videos of me
Okay.
like baking. And
Mm.
they're older, but they're still fun. And I do have a YouTube and that is Lindsay Adams is popular also.
Awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely gonna find it and subscribe because I love that type of stuff. I just like to put it on like in the background while I'm just like doing stuff around the house. It's just like
Yeah.
soothing for me. Or like
It's so
that
soothing.
Sunday night when you get that like I always get the Sunday night scaries. Like I need
Yeah.
stuff like that where I'm just like, it's okay.
Comfort.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Having a little popcorn on the couch, just putting on a little baking show.
And I was doing taste tests for a minute too. The pandemic, I tried to really like be a YouTuber. And then I was like, this is a lot of work.
We all did.
It's so much.
Like, this is a lot of
Yeah,
work.
here we are on the other side.
Yeah.
Lindsay, you're so amazing. I'm so glad that you
Yeah,
came on
thank
and shared your
you.
journey with us.
Thank you for having me. This podcast was a beautiful journey. So
Yeah, it was
Thank
really
you.
cool. Well, everybody, please remember to follow Lady Journey on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok at Lady Journey Podcast. Please give us a like and subscribe on iTunes and check out our Patreon for more of our private content.
Lady Journey.
Lady Journey.